All right, what's going on, guys? It's Jev, and welcome to FaZeCast episode 5. You can shoot people in the knees and their heads explode.
It's exciting to have a whole new squad together, a new energy, a new vibe. Get it!
So tomorrow is the day that Call of Duty World War II drop.
Well, that's going to be the plan, to wake up, play to your eyes bleed. You actually feel like you're in the war fighting right there.
Honestly, like, I hope I'm not complete shit at the game.
What?
That I have no purpose in my life besides to play Call of Duty. I need Call of Duty.
It's about time. Boots on the ground, man. All right, today's episode is dedicated to Call of Duty, and unless you've been living under a rock the last 6 months, Call of Duty World War II is dropping tomorrow.
Dude.
Finally. My heart felt something after that, dude.
That was
Finally. Kidding, man. I was just like, yo, something's coming. I can feel it, bro.
Finally.
It's about time. Boots on the ground, man. Come on. I'm waiting for this, dude. But we got an awesome show for you guys, so let's get right into it.
So today, we will be talking to the new FaZe Clan Call of Duty professional team. My 3 teammates will be joining us on Skype very soon.
Okay, so tomorrow is the day that Call of Duty World War II drops.
Whew. It's going to be good.
Are you guys ready?
Oh my God.
So ready.
Finally.
I played the beta so much, man. I've been waiting for this day.
I had flies landing on my eyeballs. Like, I played it so much, it's disgusting.
These past 2 months just waiting for a new Call of Duty game to drop has literally made me know that I have no purpose in my life besides to play Call of Duty. I need Call of Duty, or I have no purpose.
That's what it feels like, honestly.
For real.
That's commitment, man. That's awesome. I remember when I used to be playing 8 hours a day every single day. Dude, that's your job now, dude. That's literally your job. You have to play that game.
Yeah.
The game's pretty smooth. I played it a little bit. NIKAN, you played it a little bit.
Yeah, I played it a bunch, honestly. Every single weekend. It came out on the weekends, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I really didn't do much on the weekends other than play that game when it came out.
That's awesome.
I went to Best Buy, bought a setup and stuff because we didn't have any at the house.
Right.
And I was like, dude, I cannot miss this because I honestly love playing COD.
Is that the setup you put in the downstairs?
Yeah, downstairs.
Okay,
yeah. We just all started playing it. We just took turns every other map and stuff. So.
And what's
Nice.
crazy
That's
is
awesome.
after playing for that amount of time, you only experience such a small amount
Yeah, exactly.
of the game. I don't know if you've been seeing any of the stuff where they're posting information about how big the whole game actually is. It's a disgusting amount. File size, it's huge, and we didn't even get to play.
Yeah, I forgot. Is there dogs? Is there dogs? Is there a kill streak for that?
I think they were talking about there's dogs, but I don't know if there's actually. I think Condry actually said there wasn't any dogs as a kill streak or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't remember from playing.
They got the new war game mode.
Yeah.
Which is basically just I'm honestly happy that they don't display the amount of deaths that you have in the game.
Oh my God.
You just
it's
run in
crazy.
and die repeatedly, just over and over and over again, and no one cares because no one can see how many times they've actually died.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So
Probably not good
people
for your
die
kill
a
death
million times,
Oh, yeah.
and they don't care. They
But
just
it's
keep running out
your
there.
job. You have to win that game mode. You have to go and die.
Which
you
game
have
mode is
no
that?
choice.
Yeah.
It's
The
a
war game mode.
war.
Yeah,
It's different.
It's different from the old war.
You have to
Yeah.
push a payload, kind of you have to just push a payload, kind of like in Overwatch.
Okay.
And then there's a few checkpoints. You have to break this one base. Next time you have to build a bridge. Next time you have to destroy an ammo depot, and then finally get to the final
And certain
thing.
spots are way
found it-
harder to actually.
I found
get.
it so hard. I don't know why.
Is it all just a holding thing? You go
Yeah.
on a spot and then you press a
Yeah,
button?
so
Yeah.
when you get through and you clear a certain objective, then the other team is pushed back, and then they have to defend the
Got
next
it.
one. And
Yeah.
if they hold out long enough, then they win. And if
There's
you
a tank
break
and
through all of
stuff,
it, you
too.
win.
Yeah.
Right.
The tank.
It's
I don't know
pretty
why
fun.
I found it so hard to kill the dude who was always in the top of the tank.
Oh,
Is
the
it
gunner.
a fun game
Yeah.
mode?
Yeah,
It's fun.
I
It's
honestly think
just-
it's fun,
It's
but
fun. There's so
it's
much going
it's
on.
really hectic.
So
There's so much
it's
going on.
good for if you want to go out and get clips like this.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
See,
I'd
that's
say so.
that's what I'm trying to figure out,
Definitely
as
about
far as clip standard wise, because I feel like a lot of people are gonna see it as this
Easy.
thing where it's too
like
easy, kind of
demolition.
like
Demolition,
demolition.
I remember that.
Okay.
Modern
There
Warfare
is a
2.
respawn delay. It's not insane, but it's people
only
just
on one
again
side,
they
right?
don't care.
There's only a respawn on one of the sides, right?
I think
is it?
it was,
Or is
it's
it both
definitely
sides?
on defense. I don't know about offense.
I don't think
Okay, I don't
there is one on offense.
Okay,
Can't
it
remember
just
really.
it slows it down a little
Yeah.
bit,
Yeah.
so you're not getting hundreds of kills a game, but it's multiple games back to back to back, so you can stack.
And it
I
could last
averaged
long.
over a full thing of defending and attacking, and maybe overtime, well over 120 kills every time.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow,
it's
that's
disgusting.
With a sniper
it's
too,
really
mostly?
long. Yeah.
That's insane.
Oh yeah. The sniper rifles are beautiful.
Yeah.
What's the best
Sniping's
sniper in the
fun.
game right now?
Well, you started out with this one really bad semi-auto, and then you
That's the only one I
Then
got.
you get the Commonwealth, which is kind of like how the
okay, yeah.
ballista
Not bad.
was.
Okay, yeah.
It's like kind of like a hit marker machine, but it's
Right.
more accurate and really fast. It's crazy. It's got like 10 bullets in it. If you put extended mag on it, it's got like 15 shots in it.
Yeah.
But then later
is
you
this,
get
is this
the
pre-patch or
Springfield.
ballista? Because pre-patch ballista.
Yeah, it's
okay.
really really fast. Like,
no, but like you still get hit markers.
oh yeah, like
So-
lots of hit markers on that thing. But then that's the thing I was talking about. Then you get to the Springfield. The Springfield is like the strongest sniper rifle I've ever used in Call of Duty. Period.
It's really
Like,
fun to use
It's
too.
disgusting. You can
It
shoot people in
scopes
the
in a little
knees and their
differently.
heads explode. It's amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
It's so good, so strong.
When I was playing that game, sniping felt really good. Like especially with the Springfield, there was not a lot of hit markers, and like if I feel like if you shot anywhere near them, it like killed them. So I feel
Yeah.
like sniping's gonna be valuable even in competitive. And
It's
then
just the
obviously
velocity
for
around the thing
YouTube.
just kills people.
I
Yeah.
feel like
ridiculously
that's
strong.
how snipers should be. Like it's just I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, in real
I'm
life-
a sniper, so I don't have a. You know.
There's also, I think, 2 more bolt actions that we didn't even get to play with yet that were just locked behind things. I think we still haven't gotten to play with the Car 98, and we
okay.
also haven't gotten to use, I think it was the SVT. I'm not sure if it's semi-auto or not, though.
Right.
Probably not.
It's probably
Just
yeah,
automatic. Yeah.
I'm going to
Yeah, who
assume.
knows?
Yeah.
Do you
But yeah.
think sniping is going to be big and competitive or no?
I definitely think it will be, because like especially in search and destroy, which will probably be most used in
With
sniping.
how strong that is?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's a one-shot kill if you use like the right sniper rifle. So, and like I said, I found it pretty easy to snipe. I mean, if you're a sniper, you're gonna find it pretty easy. If you're other pro player, and you have a good
It's just
shot.
a different style.
Yeah, it's-
Before you
yeah.
were used to really running around with the jetpacks
Yeah,
and all that
yeah.
other stuff real fast paced and
Now
trying to
it's
get
real
this
like
crazy
slowed
shot.
down, like
And
hold
now
an angle.
you take a couple people out, chill a little bit, wait for people to run into your sights, and you just keep going.
Yeah, so I feel like,
It's really a lot like Black Ops 2. It's how I always saw it.
A lot more strategic.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, so I guess Jev, you were talking about getting 120 kills, so I think we have a video. Let's just watch it and
It's
see what
not
happens.
every video, all right? That's that Commonwealth sniper rifle where it's like way faster, but it's not nearly as strong as the Springfield.
Ooh, I see
like
you
not
have
even
that quick
close.
scope. What would you say, like, if I were to become a sniper today, what would you say the sensitivity is to play on? At least in the World War II beta, from what you could tell.
I would play like 15 probably.
Whoa.
That's
I play on
crazy.
That's
5.
insane.
That's
I play on
sniping.
5
I
for
put
everything.
like 4 or 5.
I think in the
Yeah.
video,
That's all the pros
I
play
think
on
in this
pretty
video I'm like 17. I'm pretty sure.
Because it doesn't look like you're moving that quick most of the time, but you have such good control over it.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's when you play it for like years on that high of a sensitivity. Like, well, okay, Black Ops 3 really slow sensitivity, and that's why I was not good at it at all.
Really?
Like I was really bad at that game,
Yeah.
like embarrassingly bad. That's why you didn't see a montage from me.
Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of montages from you this year, right?
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be. We're definitely gonna be producing more content around Call of Duty, just because this is the game that we grew up playing. It's more similar to the game that we grew up playing, with boots on the ground and the whole, more strategic. Snipers are
I feel like we're
fun
all
and
going to
easy.
play it much more than any other COD that we've played in the last like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this Call of Duty is really good for, like I said, the competitive is really good for, from what we've seen so far. The sniping's really good, and then on YouTube it's gonna do well. Twitch is gonna do well. So I just have a feeling everything's just gonna go up from here.
I know so many people that are so hungry.
Yeah.
That want to just grind out this game a disgusting amount that aren't even in the team, that are still grinding to get into this team when there's like they feel like there's no chance, but all they're doing is dedicating all their time to it.
Yep.
I got like 4 names in my head right off the top that just put a disgusting amount of time into the game, just hoping that one day, like it just happens for them. And those guys, it would be awesome.
You never know.
The whole thing is just gonna be really cool.
But that's gonna be the plan: to wake up, play to your eyes bleed, wake up, or
Yeah.
go to sleep, play to your eyes bleed. That's gonna be over and over, repeat.
Let me ask you guys a question. One of the things that Sledgehammer, Activision, stressed was making the most authentic game possible. This is from The Verge. They had like a World War II historian who worked on the game, and the game will take place primarily in Europe between like 1944 and 1945. Getting World War II right is incredibly important to us. So how important is the realism of the map or the game itself when playing, just as a casual gamer versus playing competitively?
Yeah, that's something that I realized with the game is that the sound of like the guns and like all the like equipment being used and like the kill streaks are like it's really realistic. I think
Yeah.
in my opinion it's the most realistic it's been
The sound is
the grenades
really,
are
really
crazy.
Yeah,
Like, you actually feel like you're in the war
Yeah,
fighting right there.
100%.
The nades are just insane, and all the weapons and everything too.
You can always
So.
tell like what gun is being fired from a distance, like which one it is when you're familiar with them.
Yeah.
Just like you already know. Like there's
Yeah.
some guns that are just scarred into your memory when you're playing a certain game that you hear from a distance,
You're
like a BAL or a.
Yeah, you hear a
or
certain
something
gun,
like
and you're
that.
like, well, I'm not going over there.
Yeah.
Even
that
when
guy's just gonna
even when
melt me.
your teammates are getting hit and stuff, like I've noticed, like you can see them actually getting hit, like bullets like actually hitting them and stuff, so it
Yeah.
doesn't just look like they're just falling.
Me personally, as far as like its actual accuracy goes, I didn't pay attention much in history class, so I mean I don't really know what's correct or incorrect to be honest with you, but it's from what I know, it's very accurate. Besides, like there's been a few controversial things about like women being in the war. And black female Nazis being playable and stuff like that. People like complaining about that, but they clearly separated themselves and drew a line and said, "This is multiplayer. If you want to play as whatever you want to play as, this is you. This is your soldier. This is you. It doesn't.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
whatever. But once you get into the campaign and you
It's
get into all
whatever.
that,
Yeah.
is 100% accuracy, no holding back. Just
Yeah. I
everything.
feel like that's
so
what
there's
has to be
no
most
Nazi
accurate.
zombies because that's not.
there
just-
is Nazi
There is
zombies.
No,
Nazi
there are,
zombies.
but not in the campaign because that wouldn't be historically
No,
correct.
it's a completely
No,
separate
probably
mode.
not, no.
Yeah,
Back
so
when he was
the-
talking in World at War,
so there's like 3 parts of Call of Duty. You
Yeah.
got campaign,
Mhm.
multiplayer, and
and they all look like movies.
I know a
Oh,
lot of
yeah,
people
the
don't play
graphics
the
are
campaign, but
insane.
I'm not. I used to play the campaign. Like every single game that came out, I always played it.
50,000 people used to live here. Now
Now
it's a ghost town.
No, I've actually like never. I like barely ever play the campaign. It must be like a
I
competitive
haven't played the
player standpoint.
campaign in like 4
maybe?
years. It's okay.
Really?
I haven't
Okay.
played it at all.
I haven't played on the new CODs, but like World at War, COD 4,
I really only played COD 4
MW2.
campaign. That's literally the only one I really played.
MW2 campaign was awesome.
COD 4 campaign was dope.
It's probably the. Actually, I can't even say that because I haven't played all of them. But it was just like so
The
legendary.
last one
and
I
fun.
really remember is Black Ops 1 campaign. That's the last one I really remember. Everything else is pretty fuzzy if I played it at all.
Yeah.
right.
Actually, no. I remember I played the Infinite Warfare campaign a little bit, and I just remember Conor McGregor punching you in the face.
Yo, that's
Wait, what?
wild.
Conor McGregor
Yeah,
was in
I
the game and
remember- I
punches you
remember-
in the face.
No way.
Yes.
That's crazy. No, he's in the game. I forgot about that. Like,
Yeah.
I never. I mean, yeah.
That's awesome.
I don't really play campaign.
It's like one of like
but-
the very first starting missions, and I really didn't get too far after that. But I just remember that's the one thing.
What,
Conor
what is
McGregor
he
punched
like?
me in
What
the
is he like?
face.
Some is he a higher up than you? And then
I don't know. I think he's like an enemy because you land somewhere on some ice and you're laying down. I think you get like shot down or something. What happens? But Conor McGregor's there, stands over you and punches you in the
Does he
face.
say
I was thinking of
something?
Conor
Or?
He
being
says
my
something. I
archenemy.
forgot what he says though. But just, it's legendary.
That's
Yeah,
I see
awesome.
what the accent says.
He's
some
probably like,
cheesy line.
you
to just
can't
beat
even
your ass."
read.
And then you lose the fight.
Yeah, then you don't know what happens. You just black out after that.
Yeah.
Oh. Wait, is that what happens?
Yeah,
Oh wow, he hits you with
That's
that
hilarious.
haymaker.
Yeah.
All right.
you're done, son. And we actually better watch some exclusive content that Jev put out for this montage during the World War II beta. I heard he has some sick clips. He's been gassing it up all day, so we're gonna check it out. We're gonna check it out.
Yeah. It's all right.
He's humble. They're nasty.
I love this game, and I haven't even played the full game yet. The spawns are just so good. I'm hoping they don't change
Was that,
too much
wait,
around.
was that a collateral?
Yeah, right at
Yeah,
the
right
end.
there.
Pop 'em.
Ooh.
Adds up all the
Bang.
points in the bottom corner, but it doesn't really. Oh, this is
Bang.
probably the best
Yeah.
clip, I think.
Bang, bang.
Yeah, I hit a
Ooh.
collat right here.
Dang.
Going
Damn.
off for a whole thing. That's the same spot that Kitty hit his
One.
quad collat
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Right around that
Then we
corner
got
is just amazing.
3. And then you got. Did you get 4? Did you get a collat here? Oh no. Just,
Yeah, this is a collat.
Oh, 5. Let's get that was
Plus
nasty.
600 in the corner.
Yeah.
That was nasty. Let's get it.
Where is it in the corner, right or left?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
a bottom.
bottom
Yeah,
right.
bottom.
Bottom right.
Yeah.
Bottom right.
Yeah.
That whole thing down there is just a ridiculous spawn point
was
because they
good.
just they can
That was
only
good.
they can only go out like 2 different ways, and both of the ways are just like these really long alleys that you can't
Yeah.
even get
Is
in
there
or
gonna
out
be
of.
more Jev montages this year?
I'm honestly like I hope I'm not complete shit at the game. Like I'm just hoping because people don't expect me to actually do well.
Yeah.
Like ever since I joined FaZe, I always had like people saying I was really average because I was kind of the start of this like new face of
Right,
things.
right, right.
Like because a lot of the time a lot of people didn't have too much things involved
Yeah.
with like people talking and all this other stuff. It was just mainly like players, and then they'll like have their day in the
Highlights
lives and
stuff
shit like you
and-
did.
Yeah,
Those are like really like what's the word?
yeah.
It's like it changes things. I can't remember, but
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
no one really like put pressure on you to
yeah. So
really
when
make any
when
montages and stuff.
they did, like when I first joined, it was pretty bad. Like I had a good group of people like this guy doesn't even make montages. Why is he even here? This doesn't make any sense. And everybody else
I remember
all the
that.
leaders are like, trust us, it's fine. He'll be okay. And he's got
you guys will mess with the vision.
so
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jeb
and
is
then
shutting all the haters
everything
up.
has changed ever since that point, I would say.
You've been killing it though ever
Yeah.
since the start.
Thank
I
you.
remember I was the first person to know that you were joining.
Really?
I was so nervous.
It was me and someone else knew, other than you guys, of course.
Yeah.
But I remember because I had to make his banner
Oh, yeah.
for when he joined, and you guys told me like a week before.
That's cool.
I remember being told with another person that joined with me that I was going to be joining or whatever, because I talked to Rain a couple times before that, and he just kept hinting towards it, and then it just never happened. I'm like, okay, he's just screwing me over here. And then the person that I was with that got recruited
Loams,
with me,
right?
yeah, Loams.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He got recruited, and then I sat there for like 2 or 3 weeks completely alone. And I was just like, dude, I'm not gonna make this shit. Like, I'm all alone. It's like, all right, I don't even know why I got my hopes up. And then I got that Skype invite from Apex, and
Yeah.
when you can accept somebody's friend request on Skype, it's like, do you want to join FaZe? And I just hit yes, and it put me into the call and everything.
That's
Everybody's
awesome.
telling me to
That's
change
dope.
things. That was cool.
I
That's
love
awesome.
I love watching those old videos of like when you guys are like
Recruit
other people.
people?
Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
recruiting
yeah,
people. It was just so awesome.
I think
to
I
see.
actually have a really old thing of my live reaction to it that my friend Andre, shout out to Andre, he was just like recording the Xbox Live Party. Nobody has my actual
that's
live
awesome.
reaction.
Yo, you should. Is that easy to find?
I don't know. It might be on like 2 PCs that are like really, really old that he
okay.
had like a really long
Yeah,
time
that'd
ago
be-
somewhere.
that'd be
but
gold.
If I uploaded that, it would be really cool. I actually would like to see that again.
All right, yo, since we're on the topic, let's talk about our new Call of Duty team, the lineup. So we have a couple new faces, right?
Yeah, we have a few new faces joining us back. One old face, one new face. Myself and ZOOMAA are still on the team. We've been teaming together for a little over 2.5 years. And then we have Replays joining us back. He was on the professional team in like Black Ops 2 and Ghost for a little while, then retired in Black Ops 3 and started coaching at the end of Black Ops 3 all throughout Infinite Warfare. And he's assigned to come back for Call of Duty World War II. So I'm excited to play with him again. I've won a world championship with him. ZOOMAA's won a few events with him as well. And then we have a new face, Preston Priest. He is a new, young, talented player. He's actually 19 years old. I'm 20. I don't know why I said he's young, because we're all pretty young. But it's exciting to have a whole new squad together, a new energy, a new vibe to just like going into a new game. So I'm excited to play a lot, work with them, and then bring some championships home to the team.
Hell yeah. Phase up.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so we're about to have our first call, and this is ZOOMAA from our Call of Duty team.
Hello.
Young man.
Yo, hello.
Hey. Okay. I got
Yo,
it.
what's bracking?
Good.
Can we see your
what up?
face or what?
Yo, let
Oh,
me
you
see
can
that
get my
webcam.
face,
Oh,
bro.
okay.
What's up, boys?
What's
Turn
up?
What's up? What's up?
What's up with it?
How you doing?
Nothing,
How you
man.
doing?
Huh? Oh. What's going on, guys?
Nothing, dude. We just wanted to
Chilling.
check you out, and you look pretty
Yeah.
good. You think you could like just stand up real quick and like take your clothes off?
Yeah, if you want. I mean, I only look good from the waist up because I knew it was only what it was showing. So I ain't got no pants on right now.
Dude, I do that more often than I honestly want to admit.
Yeah.
First of all, congrats on the new team. That's exciting. It's good to have you and Attach still on the roster. You know, we've had you guys for over
Yeah,
2 years now.
A little bit over 2 years.
Yeah, over 2 years.
Tommy's a
It's
little bit more
crazy,
than me,
man.
but I'm about 2.5 years so far. So
Yeah.
it's crazy.
So how are you guys feeling about? Well, Tommy, you tell me first. How are you feeling about the new year, and what are your goals for this year?
I'm excited for the new year. I'm excited to play with some new guys, some fresh talent. We got a young guy coming on the squad, as well as Chris, obviously, a veteran in the game, knows what he's doing. I think he's gonna lead Preston really well. So really excited to play with them and to just go back to an old style, boots on the ground, no more wall running, none of that stuff. It's gonna be really refreshing, and I'm super excited.
Weren't you guys in denial together?
No, Clayson and I were on Denial together. Oh, actually, yeah, Zoom and I were on Denial at the
Yeah.
beginning, and then our team with Clay on Denial, and then we
Yeah.
came to FaZe.
Yep.
Yeah.
FaZe
So
up,
it's
huh?
been about two and 2.5 years, right
Oh.
around there.
And a lot has happened in the
Yeah.
last 2+ years, man.
Yeah.
So much has happened.
So much has changed.
Cause like it feels longer than 2 years. Like it definitely feels a
Yeah.
lot longer than 2 years.
Yeah, I feel like I've been on FaZe for a while. I honestly forget sometimes. But Tommy, hope you're having a good day. Hope you're getting some W's in Fortnite. It's time soon. Okay.
And I was just on Call of Duty.
Oh,
Actually,
I
I'm
like
back
that.
on the
That's what I
COD
love to
grind.
hear.
Back
I
on the
love to
COD
hear
grind.
that.
You know how we're doing.
Oh,
it
dude,
out
I
here,
can't
bro.
wait to get back home and
I
start
haven't been on
grinding.
Call of Duty
I mean,
in
yeah,
a
you
while.
guys played the beta. How'd you like it? What's your take on it?
Yeah,
The
Tommy.
beta's amazing. The beta is so cool. I mean, especially to just go back to like the old style, like the boots on the ground instead of playing like this wall running like so fast paced. Like it's more just boots on the ground, strategical type gameplay that we're all like really excited to get back into. So can't wait.
Yeah, it's definitely good to forget about the past. Just look forward into the new game that's coming out, and
Yep.
it's just what we've seen so far has just been amazing from Sledgehammer. So I feel like they're gonna make a really good league for us, and they're gonna also or Activision
Yeah, they
gonna make
seem
a really,
really
good league
into
for
that.
us.
Like
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
already prepped from the start.
But Michael Condrey and the team really like care about competitive. They care about every aspect of the game. Just
yeah,
like, they don't-
I
so
like
they're
hardly
awesome.
ever see any.
Did you
of
guys
that.
see the commercial? They played it during the Patriots and Falcons game the other day. It was like, yeah, it was a Call of Duty commercial.
yeah.
You saw it?
They're bringing like the old bands getting back
yeah,
together.
yeah, the old bands getting
Yeah.
back together. So it was like all these like older dudes like in like I don't know, they just
They have like families and like kids now and stuff in their jobs, but they like go and find each other to their houses and like get the whole group they used to play back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
dude,
boots on
the
the ground,
thing
it was
is,
good.
like, I haven't actually, like, sat down and played COD, like, when I used to. I used to play, like, all night, like, nonstop. Like,
Yeah,
sure,
you would join the grind squad
Yeah,
calls
all the time.
like, back like a year ago
Yeah,
or
a
something
year
like
ago.
that. And we
And,
would
like-
actually sit around and play Call of Duty for hours.
This is, like, something that I'm, like, actually hyped about because I feel like I can actually, like, sit there and play again for, like, a long, long period of time.
Yeah.
Just because it's such a fun game. And I
Yeah.
honestly liked World at War One, or the
Yeah.
first one. I thought it was sick.
I love that game as well. It was
Yeah.
a really good game.
I played a disgusting amount of that beta, like sniping wise and
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
on
so
that.
did
Like
I.
I just played it a disgusting amount. I was playing a lot with Kitty and Dirty and all them,
Yeah.
just like spamming like playing the game a disgusting amount. And when Kitty hit that quad,
yeah.
I
Oh
was,
my
dude,
God.
when
Yeah.
Kitty hit that most
On Artemis
random
Forest,
quad,
right? Or was it? No, it was on Gibraltar.
Yeah,
Gibraltar.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was
yeah.
insane.
And that was. I told him he's never gonna hit anything like that ever again. But the fact that he hit that in the
In the
beta,
beta,
is just
bro, that's-
disgusting.
that
Like I
was
hit some
crazy.
things like the
That's-
game was. It's. I don't even know how to explain it. It feels difficult, but at the same time, kind of easier. I
Yeah.
guess.
It's because we've been playing it for so long.
Hey, but
Yeah.
Tommy, how were you liking the beta? You said you liked it a lot, right? With the sniping and the weapons and everything like that.
Yeah, no, the beta's amazing. I mean, I just like when people can't jump over my head. So I love that stuff. Like that
I
was
feel
just
that.
like
I feel that.
Yeah,
I was
definitely.
just it was so like it's such a relief to like play it, you know? Like it just
Yeah.
felt like so much less stressful. I can actually enjoy myself playing and just like he was saying, just play like multiple hours. Like I feel like I could just play all night on that. So I probably won't go to sleep for about 2 weeks, and then we'll see how that goes.
Yeah,
That's exactly
the
time
plan.
period I had. In
I
my
feel
head.
like we're gonna see, like, I don't know, you guys probably know much more about this, but I feel like there's gonna be like a lot of older Call of Duty players coming back
Oh,
to play.
yeah.
Some people are gonna
Definitely.
at least
Yeah.
try.
Yeah.
There's already like a bunch of teams forming of like players that have been playing since like COD 4 and that have retired
Yeah.
for like a few years. They're coming back now, and there's already teams like that. So everyone's
I
giving it
mean,
another shot.
it's awesome to see like the community. It seems like everyone's just coming back together, you know? Like
Yeah.
it just feels like everyone's just coming back, and it's like awesome to see. It's so cool.
Yeah, that's why that commercial was so perfect that they did because it's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
true.
No,
Like
it's
it's
very
so
true.
many people are doing that.
I feel like they
I
know
feel
that.
like that now. I mean, even though they had like older people in the commercial,
Yeah,
it's
they're
like
definitely older, but than
yeah,
us,
yeah. But I still like it's like
yeah,
Nah, but I mean, we did really start playing. I mean, I played the first Call of Duty ever. Like, that's when I started playing COD, was the 1st
Mhm.
one.
damn.
And then the Big Red one and stuff came
Oh,
out.
yeah,
So I
yeah,
played
all
the
that
big
shit,
red
too.
one a disgusting amount
Dude,
back
that
then. I
game-
don't know how old I was, but I was talking so much shit to all these people online
That game
like,
was
over like the really,
incredible.
really bad PS2 microphone.
oh geez.
Yeah.
I think my name was like Lieutenant Death or something like that. The worst fucking dude. Just okay, it's cringy, but
Oh, that's funny.
I just was. I'll never be able to forget those times. Just sitting
Yeah.
camping my ass off in the back of the map, just hard scoping
Oh
with
my
a Springfield
God.
the whole time.
I
love
remember
that.
even when like Black Ops 2 and stuff was like out, I literally would sit there and watch streams, like Call of Duty streams, and I haven't honestly since like the jetpacks and stuff came out. But now since going back, I feel like the viewership and stuff for everything is just gonna go back
Yeah,
up.
I remember
Everybody's
when,
gonna at least look again.
when,
Yeah.
when Black Ops 2 came out and like that's what really like birthed the competitive scene. Like,
Yeah,
that's
mhm,
what
definitely.
that's when the competitive scene exploded. I
Yeah.
remember that was super exciting to watch Call of Duty. Like everybody got into it. And then yeah.
Yeah, so
Then
it's,
it went downhill from there.
We're gonna have to make some
yeah,
cuts.
probably should have put that in there. But,
But ZOOMAA, how do you feel about the new lineup? You two attach. I mean, this roster. What does this do for you guys for the new season?
I definitely think it's like a good move for the team to just bring like a new face into the team, just a new young player who hasn't really. He's showed spurts of like talent and like his playmaking ability, but he hasn't had like the 3 other players around him to really like show what he can do. It was kind of like myself and ZOOMAA when we were younger players in the community. I was like 18 when I got on Denial, won a world championship. ZOOMAA was probably like how old were you, Tommy? Like 18, 19 when you won EMG Dallas and Ghost?
18, I think.
18, yeah.
18 or
So
19,
I mean,
yeah.
really like Replays actually gave us both a chance. So Replays definitely has a good eye for talent, and that's why I'm glad he's also coming back to the team as well, because he knows what he's doing. He knows he's very strategical and has an eye for talent. So I'm very confident in what he's feeling, and it's gonna be. I'm just really excited for a new team to just grind the year out.
How old is the new player?
He's 18 years old.
18?
So like,
Hey, he's young.
yeah, he's
He's
a
gonna
young
go
player.
with the trend. He's gonna
Really
win a
refreshing.
championship at that
Yep.
age.
What team was he on before?
He was on Cloud9 most recently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really refreshing to get someone like so young and someone so hungry. Like when I like watch him play and like see like his attitude and his persona, it kind of reminds me of myself. Like when I was 18 and when I was coming up, just the way he like brings himself and plays the game. It's just like it's really exciting, and I can't wait to play. So
Hell yeah.
Hey Tommy, I'll be seeing you soon. Be ready to grind soon. But thank you for coming on. Let's get it this year.
yes, sir. Let's get it.
Hey, later, Tomas.
Peace out.
Peace.
Later.
Later, guys.
Okay, so we're about to call up Chris, aka Replays, who he used to be one of our captains in the professional team, and then he became a coach, and now he's going back to a player. So it's pretty crazy. That's we've never had anybody like that. I don't know anybody in any
Yeah, I
pro
was just
team.
about to ask that. Has anybody else
Yeah, I
ever
think
done
this
that?
might be like the first time it's like really happened from going back from
That's
a
an
coach
adventure
to
right
winning-
there.
to winning
Yeah,
a
like
game.
we have a former professional person that used to compete, who's now our
Robin?
coach for Robin. He's the
Yeah.
coach of the Counter-Strike team, and he used to play back in 1.6. Was a legend in that game, but he's not playing.
Yeah.
Like, so Chris is going back to playing.
Hello?
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, yeah.
what's
Hey,
good, Chris? How you
Hey.
doing, bro?
Guys, how you doing?
Yo, congrats on the
great.
new team, man. How are you feeling?
Thank you. I'm feeling great, man. I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, this is crazy because we were just talking about it. So you're the first person, as far as we know, that used to play competitively, became a coach, and now you're going back to playing competitively.
Yeah, no, I think that I am the first person to do that. Yeah, it feels feels good. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back on FaZe, playing, competing again. It's been a while since I've competed on FaZe, but I'm excited.
Dude,
Hell
you were the like one of our original team captains for Call of Duty back in
Yeah,
what
I
year
think
was
so.
it?
Yeah.
Was it in Black Ops 2?
You
Late
played,
Black Ops 2?
Didn't he? You
And
played
Ghost?
with
I'm trying to
what was
think.
his name? What was that?
Classic?
Didn't he play with like?
Did you play with Heist? No, right?
Yes. Yeah,
You did?
I played with Heist for
Oh,
one
that's
event.
Classic.
Yeah,
That was a
You
long
played
time
with-
ago.
Yeah,
that was
ago.
Black Ops 2, I think.
It was
Yeah,
like
that was-
Yeah.
That was Black Ops 2.
Dude,
I-
Embos was in that team, wasn't
Yeah.
he? It was
was
Embos and Methods.
Yeah.
Dude, that
and
wow.
classic.
first.
I remember when I first joined FaZe, I was talking to him the first like every single like he was the first person I talked to in FaZe the entire time, and he was I think it was you, Classic, Methods, and someone else. I forget who the fourth was.
JCap.
Yeah, and JCap. Yeah.
JCap.
Crazy. Yeah, we had at one point we had Karma on the team.
Yeah, Karma was on late
Late Advanced Warfare.
Karma was late Ghost. Late Call of
Parasite.
Duty
Late
Ghost.
Ghost?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Parasite
right.
was on late
Yeah,
Ghost alongside Doug and Apathy.
Yeah.
And the Doug and Apathy were in early
that was
AW.
our first championship. It was
Yeah, UMG
Late
Nashville.
Ghost. Yep.
I remember
Yeah.
that. But yeah.
That was against me.
Yo, so what are your hopes for this year? Like, what do you think? What's on your mind for this year? What are your
I
goals?
mean, to bring FaZe home some championships. Last time I played for FaZe, I don't think I ever came home with one. I got a couple top fours, but I definitely want to come back and win. I mean, I've won with Tommy before. I've won with Dylan before. I'm definitely excited to bring home some championships down towards FaZe. I think we have a good squad on our hands.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Yep. And Chris, thank you very much for joining us. I'm glad to have you back on the squad, bro. We got to do big things this year. I'm excited. I know we are going to do that. But thanks for joining us today, man. See you
Yeah,
soon.
no problem, man. Thank
Peace
you guys
out.
for having me.
Okay, next person we have is Preston, the new kid on the block. This is the young gun, about to become the next big player for FaZe. So he's 18 years old, just coming in the scene. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. New young player.
Insane.
Showed he had some talent. Showed he had the skill. And I mean, with our new team, I'm excited to see what he does and what we all can do.
Hey, what up, Preston?
Hey, what's good, Preston? What's
Hey.
good? How you doing, bro?
Good, how are you?
Yo, first things
Great.
first, man. Congrats on becoming a new part of FaZe.
Thank you.
How are you feeling about this year and everything? 2018 with the new game.
I'm good, man. I'm really excited to grind with the team. this dead period of COD time, going into World War II, gonna grind. Can't wait to compete with the team, man. Really excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. We got a new young face, new young gun on the team with a lot of
Young
talent.
gunnin'.
Dude, you're
And he
18,
grinds.
bro. That's crazy.
He's a grinder.
I wasn't doing
Actually,
anything with
19,
myself
actually.
at 18.
Oh, you're
Oh, he's
19.
19? Oh, I
Yeah,
thought he was
19,
18. 18,
Or
19,
19.
same
Hey,
age.
same
Same
thing.
age.
Like,
Still not
like
doing
4
anything.
months ago, so
Yeah.
I turned 19.
Pretty much. Until you're 21, you're all the same age.
Yeah, pretty much.
So how did it feel when the guys reached out to you and asked you to become a part of the team?
Oh, I mean, I was super excited. FaZe is a huge org in Call of Duty. If not like the biggest fan base, so super excited. Definitely not gonna take advantage of this. I'm gonna work hard, and it's awesome being a part of FaZe now.
Yeah. No, definitely. Because when I joined FaZe, I think I was around 18 years old as well. So it's just awesome coming into like such a team that has such a big fan base and
It's a
everyone
big
that's
jump.
so like everyone's so like close to each other.
A lot of
too.
eyes on you.
There's always a
Yeah,
lot of eyes
no,
on
for
you,
sure.
but it's gonna be
I
fun.
mean, I've been on C9, but other than that, this is definitely the biggest org I've been on. So super excited, man. Can't wait.
Yeah. So Dylan, do you have any advice for PRIESTAHH as far as just like someone new coming on the scene, and just entering a new team?
Yeah, definitely. Because I was about 18. I believe I was 18, 19 when I did join FaZe as well. So just keep doing everything you do in Call of Duty. You're a grinder. You play all day and night. So just keep doing your thing there. The only thing that changes is really social media. You obviously are going to get a lot more followers, a lot more eyes on you. So you got to be smart the way you act on either streams, Twitter, anything like that. So that's really the only thing that changes. But other than that, just keep grinding Call of Duty and killing it, doing your thing.
Oh yeah, for sure. Honestly, most of my tweets are just tweeting on my stream. So
Yeah,
Really good with that.
you're definitely a good one with that. You don't really
I
get
feel
into too
that.
much Twitter drama or any
Same.
kind of drama. So let's keep doing that and just keep grinding. Get some
yeah,
dubs.
for sure.
So Preston, how did you get into gaming professionally?
Well, I've been playing since COD 4. It kind of started in AW. I got into Variant. Going into Black Ops 3. Well, I always wanted to be a professional skater, so I was actually gonna start like filming and then be like try to get sponsored to go from there. So I started doing like things I don't normally do. Started hitting like vert and stuff, and I actually messed up. I have a video of it. I fractured my leg. I now have 7 screws and a plate in my leg.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
So ever since then,
Ouch.
I had to quit my job. I was working at Topgolf at the time, and I was a food runner carrying trays of food up and downstairs all day. So I had to quit my job, and that kind of is what allowed me to start gaming all day. And I started streaming. I started playing a bunch of S&D tournaments, and kind of showed my dad that I can make some money off of this. And once he saw like the money coming in, he kind of like started supporting me more, and I kind of just went from there. And then going into the end of Black Ops 3 is when I turned 18. So I got back into the Variant scene, and ever since then, it's been grinding Variant, been going to every event I can.
That's
Oh,
awesome,
nice.
man. Yo,
Yeah.
ZOOMAA had a similar story too with soccer because he had an injury playing soccer because he was apparently really good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then he messed up
Yeah.
his leg or something.
Yeah, he hurt his leg, and then I forgot exactly what the exact injury was, but he hurt his leg, and he couldn't play anymore. Like I think he hurt it, went back again, and got hurt again or something like that.
Yeah.
And
Damn.
he just grinding Call of Duty because
I
I mean,
didn't
when
know
you're
that.
hurt.
Yo, and then he played 1 year of Call of Duty and he became a pro, right?
Yeah,
Wasn't
he
that the
started
story?
playing
Ghost?
in Call of Duty Ghost. Yeah, and
Yeah,
then he
Tom
like
was a
won a
beast.
tournament and stuff.
And he was one of the
with
best
Chris.
players on Ghost.
Oh yeah, he was
That's
definitely.
crazy.
This fool
he was
just
really
hopped
good.
on a completely just new game and from not playing much at
Yeah.
all. Did he play Call of Duty before?
Yeah, no,
little
he
bit?
played Call of Duty before, but he was more so playing like the online tournaments and stuff like that.
Right,
It isn't
right.
really Variant. It was kind of like Search and Destroy stuff
Right.
like that. So he got into like the Variant scene, and then he won his first an event his first year competing in the
diamond in the
Variant
rough.
scene.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
a
I was
beast.
actually just talking to him about that. He was saying on his freshman year he was in varsity, so I was like, dang, must have been pretty good then.
You're
yeah.
serious.
So he's good at soccer, good
Yeah.
at Call of Duty, good at a lot of things. You know,
He's really good
I
at
was a
being
beast.
Italian.
very good at being Italian. Very good. Preston, PRIESTAHH, thank you very much for joining us on the FaZeCast, and welcome to the team, bro. I'm actually very excited to team with you, and obviously our whole team. I'm excited to go into this new year, keep doing our thing, and we're gonna be grinding, getting some championships. You already know the deal, but thank you very much, bro.
Yeah, thanks
Hey.
for having me.
Later,
Of
Preston.
course.
Yeah, peace out, guys.
Later. All right, we got some Twitter questions here. The first one is for Attach, but I'm really interested in what the rest of you guys think as well. And you're talking about the Springfield and how accurate it is, but what is your favorite gun? And following that up, what are your favorite loadouts?
My favorite weapon in Call of Duty history has to be the Modern Warfare 2 FAMAS, that 3-burst weapon. I don't know what
Okay.
about it. It was just so
Ooh,
beautiful.
okay.
Mm.
It sounded so good. It shot so good. It killed a lot of people.
Red
It was
dot?
I'm surprised.
with the
I'm
red
surprised
dot.
you didn't like the UMP better.
I don't know. I don't really like the UMP on like my SMG scale. Like my SMG is probably the MSMC from Black Ops 2. That's one of my favorites.
Okay.
Also the MP40 from World at War is another one of my favorite SMGs. But the FAMAS takes it from me, which is such a beautiful weapon.
Dude, I never hear anybody talk about that. That's
I know.
The
FAMAS is lit.
FAMAS was good, yeah.
The FAMAS actually overshadowing the M16 is a crazy thing.
Yeah.
That
the M16
because
was not
the M16
anything
before
special.
was just like known as the gun.
Yeah.
In COD 4. Are we talking about like World War II loadouts, or are we talking about just all time?
I think just all time.
whatever you
dude.
like.
All time favorite loadout would be Black Ops 1, L96. Don't care what secondary it is. The flak jacket plus tac mask. You're literally a tank. Like you just walk through shit. It doesn't matter
No
what anyone
stuns,
throws
no
at you.
nades.
The only way you're gonna die
Is
is
to get
with
shot.
bullets.
Yeah.
Only way you die. And the flak jacket is like the strongest flak jacket I've ever seen in any game. You can pick up a nade and then throw it and it explodes in your face and you survive with half of your HP still. It's amazing.
That's crazy.
It was my favorite.
Mine was probably the riot shield. In MW2. No,
God.
definitely the intervention. No questions
All
asked.
day, bro.
Sleight of hand,
All
stopping
day.
power, ninja, or marathon, stopping power.
Sleight of
ninja.
hand, stopping power,
all.
ninja, because I don't want anybody hearing my
None.
shit.
Mhm.
I just want to come up behind you, just kill everyone. Intervention.
No questions asked. That is the best loadout in my
yeah.
opinion.
Like you said,
100%.
I don't care about the secondary because I don't even use that. I would
Yeah.
purposefully like reload my gun just to like get more shots with the sniper. Like I
Exactly.
would never take out my secondary. I'll
'Cause
use
even
a
if you
throwing
take
knife.
your secondary out, you don't feel like you did anything. Like
No.
you don't feel like
Yeah.
I
it
always
really
just
took
had a-
anything. I
always just
I
had an
honestly would
M9.
feel bad.
Yeah.
Like
Like I'm
it
just
just
a
feels like I
scumbag
shouldn't
for
do
using
it.
the secondary weapon.
yeah,
For pubs and stuff though, the dual Rafficas.
it was
Oh,
really
dude.
super
Dude, do you guys
strong.
remember the
Akimbo
the G18
shotguns.
Akimbos, but the models?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the
models,
shot-
dude.
Kimbo
Those
models.
are
Those were
crazy.
in-
Pre-patch, oh my!
They-
You'd be
Yeah,
not
sniping
even
with them.
Yeah,
Boom, boom,
literally.
boom.
It was hilarious that even after they patched it, they had to patch it again.
Yeah.
because it was that strong.
The models were
It's
insane.
broken. You could shoot people from like 50 yards out with just one of them,
Yeah.
and then they patch it, and then you still run around with two of them, and all you had to do is shoot them both at the same time, and you still got the same effect, no
Yeah.
problem.
It was insane.
And then they had to fix
Those
it
weapons
again.
were crazy.
I remember I always tried to play whenever I got bored with the F200 or the F2000 or whatever.
Oh,
it's
Yeah.
called.
F2000, yeah.
What was
Dude,
the
that
F2000?
thing
That's a
was
weird gun.
trash.
No one
It
used
was
that
go-
gun.
It
No
was
one
a
ever
weird
used it.
gun.
It was
What was the
garbage.
F2000?
It was like an assault rifle, but it was like the
It's
worst
trash, don't worry
gun.
about
I know. I
Yeah.
think I know
In
what
the
you're talking
world.
about. Your Modern
If you
Warfare
saw
2.
it,
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
saw it, you know, yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're
It's-
talking.
it
It's
was
like a
definitely
fat assault
Oh,
rifle.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
fat.
yeah.
It was
Oh,
like
yeah.
it was dumb
It's
thick.
thick.
MP5K was also my favorite MW2.
Oh,
It's a
I
submachine
hated
gun.
that
Such a
gun.
clean gun.
You like
Dude,
weird, you
the-
like weird guns.
The Barrett
Yeah.
was nasty. Like, don't sleep on the Barrett.
Oh, the 50 cal.
The 50
Never
cal?
sleep
Yeah.
on the Barrett
Yeah.
ever.
All right, this one's from @TorchZ for Attach again. When was the first moment that you knew you could become a professional player?
The first time I actually like legitimately felt like I had what it takes to be a pro player was probably after MLG Anaheim and Black Ops 2. I placed 29th through 30th, but it was like my first team ever. I literally got picked up like 2 days before. So I like went there and played really well, and I was like, wow, I can actually like do something. Like I played against really good players or players that were like pros before, and I did really well against them. And then I just kind of used that momentum, used that motivation to keep going. Then I ended up getting on more pro teams and stuff, and then ended
What
up getting
team
on
did you
FaZe.
place 29th and 30th on?
Oh, we didn't even have a team name. It was
Oh,
literally just
really?
like a
Just a
pickup
random
team. Like
team.
one of my friends like, yo, you want to play with us? We need one. I'm like, I'm down. And then I did well enough to where I'm like, I
Little
think I
did you
could do it.
know. Yeah.
But I could do it, and then I just kept on going.
That's why, dude. That's why you always just like
Go
try.
for it.
You always just
Yeah.
you know,
Go for it.
regardless whether you plan on pursuing it or not, just experiment and see how you do.
Yeah,
Facts.
why not?
'Cause
Give it a shot.
I remember one day like I was hanging out with my friends and they told me like, yo, we're gonna go to this like free like Muay Thai class tomorrow. It's free. Like the first time, you know, the class is free.
Yeah.
You could do just one class for free. I go to it and that's how I met Sensei. Like if it wasn't
That's
for that
crazy.
time, me like, okay, I love martial arts. Yeah, I've never done Muay Thai, but yeah, sure, free class, I'll do it. We met Sensei. I met Sensei then. He was my instructor for 2 years before we interacted as friends even. Like literally for 2 years straight, I would go to his school every day and just say like, hello, sir, like, and
No
take
way.
class.
That's
Literally,
crazy.
like, that was it. Like, I just knew him
That's
as my
weird
instructor.
now
That's so
because
insane.
he's so close to us now.
Yeah.
Thinking back then, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
Didn't
That-
you just start up jujitsu?
I did, but I don't have time for it. Like,
I feel
it's-
that.
Yeah,
I did jujitsu for like 2.5 years.
What? That's dope. I didn't know
Um,
that.
Yeah, I was under Ricardo Almeida.
I'm not familiar with the
Yeah,
name.
well, I met them. I met like Hoist Gracie and Henzo and all those
Dope.
guys there.
That's
And there was
awesome.
like a
That's
couple
crazy.
people that showed up, like Frankie Edgar and all them. They would
That's
show up there
wild.
for the
Yeah,
BJJ.
This in Jersey?
It was
That's awesome.
in Hamilton. Yeah.
Okay.
Little do we all know, Jeff could beat us all up.
Right?
No, not at all.
This is from at Clarf. Attached? What's been the best moment in your pro gaming career?
The best moment was obviously winning the Call of Duty championships a few years back in 2015 was insane. Just winning a tournament at that caliber, because that's like the biggest tournament. It's like
Biggest
the
one.
Super Bowl. It's like the
Yeah.
Super Bowl of like Call of Duty tournaments. So that, and then another one would have to be at X Games when I played in Call of Duty Ghost. I actually played against FaZe, and I like completely destroyed that team. and Replays was on it, JCap was on it, but it was just like at that moment I knew I could be like a really top level pro, because like the way I played was just insane. And we just won 3-0 like very easily, very convincingly, and I just played amazing.
This is
so.
Ghost?
This is a
Who was
Ghost
on
at the
your
X
team?
Games. It was myself. This one I was on Cursed Orange with.
Wait, didn't we? What did you guys place that event?
We played 5th, 6th, and you guys played 7th, 8th.
Oh, okay, so this is the first X
The
Games.
first X Games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Second X Games, you guys got second. But the team was Cursed Orange. It was myself, Mud Dog, Brian Saint, and then
Saint.
Miyagi. Miyagi, yeah.
Miyagi.
That was my Asian duo back in the day.
Does he still play? He's the
Oh yeah, he
homie.
still plays a little bit.
Yeah.
He still plays a little bit. Yeah. He'll be competing again a lot this year.
Hell yeah.
All right, so Jev, and this is for everybody again. It really, you love fan art. Describe the absolute best piece you've ever received.
What's the best piece?
Like, did it actually need to be art or?
It depends on your
Fan mail.
definition.
The most
of art.
memorable.
email.
The most memorable piece.
Well, okay, so well, in the back of like all of my setups, I've always had this this picture that was on the wall. That was just like one of the first like crazy portraits that I've ever gotten of myself. You'll see it in the background of like all my videos, and I've always had that up on the wall. But the thing that most people would note that I've ever gotten ever is it's a 3-foot tall dildo. It is 62 pounds.
Wait, what?
You told us
It's 62 pounds?
Yeah.
You told us you like dress
That's
it up and
insane.
stuff too, huh?
Yeah, I dress it out. I'll change it out. I'll put like new shirts and shit on it, and then I'll put like an afro thing on top of it, or like this hippie headband like thing that's meant for like cosplays and shit on top of it. I put a sword and a sheath on it one time in the back, like an anime sword from like Sword Art Online and shit.
You gotta
That's
love the
hilarious.
internet, man.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. Like every time I walk into my room, I just gotta smack it every morning, just right at the base, every single time.
Do you have a name for it?
It's Moby,
Oh,
Moby.
okay. All right.
just
I
Moby.
fuck with it.
It's a
You
fitting
get
name.
it. You get it.
Fitting name.
Yeah, and this is from Matt J Hub. He wants to know: have you ever considered getting an old fisherman statue with the fishing rod line leading to Moby, like he's catching it, like?
If somebody could sculpt that,
Like
I would
Moby
put
Dick.
that in my front yard, 100%. If somebody could actually sculpt that, listen, any of you sculptors out there, if you can actually make that, I will put it in my front yard. I'll
Send
make
it
a
to
video,
Jeff. Send it right to Jeff.
That's gonna be crazy.
100%. And it's got to be life size, like serious life size, serious work. They better. Somebody's gonna pay him. I'm not gonna pay him, but somebody's gonna pay him.
There's gonna be a serious increase in people signing up for sculpting classes after this.
Wow.
They'll be, I am building this statue for Jev.
Photoshop classes in high school and stuff are gonna be on the.
They're gonna be
next
the
level.
most
Yeah.
popular
Yeah.
class now. Gonna be the most popular class.
Miss
What is that
Brown, how
supposed
can
to
I
be?
make a
A 62-pound dildo with FaZe, Jev. What's it called? Fishing it in, reeling it in.
I can't imagine a hook in that.
Jeez.
All right, Jev. I also understand you've been swatted. You've lived quite a life.
Yeah, that's fun. That's fun shit. That's really fun. Yeah. There was a couple people that I really shouldn't have talked shit to on Twitter a couple times, and literally within an hour I was swatted. Like they call, everybody knows what swatting is,
Yeah.
but they
Yeah.
call in like a false thing, and they said that
someone has
I
a
had
bomb or something?
I had an automatic rifle walking around my front yard, and they heard screams from inside of my house. And I got on like the police scanner thing, because I got on the police scanner, and the guys were like tweeting out the police scanner, the people that were swatting me. So I went on there and I started listening to it, and they start saying my address, and they're like a man around a white male around like 5'10" or 6 feet tall or something like that with an automatic rifle. I'm like, no fucking way. So I just walk out the front door, and I'm just sitting there waiting for the cops to show up. I'm like, dude, listen,
You
I'm so
waited
harmed.
for them?
Yeah, I stood there. I waited.
I would not do that.
Well, what am I gonna do? Sit inside so they try to flashbang my ass?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I
Fuck
guess
that
so.
shit.
That's
They'll
true.
break down your door too, like
Yeah, but honestly, like the police force where I'm from in that area, it's not a good area where I am, and the police force there is pretty trash. Like there's actually no SWAT trucks that showed up, like fully armored people. They would just have like a couple squad cars show up and they come over like, yo, what's going on?
But it's happened to your grandparents too, right?
Yeah, because that was my grandparents' house where they were swatting me at, where I lived there.
That sucks, man.
I remember this one time in the New York house. It was literally, I don't know where everyone went, but it was just me, Alex, and Norden in the house. And Norden was just passed out sleeping in his bed downstairs in the basement. And I'm just sleeping on the couch, and I just hear banging on the door. NYPD, NYPD, open up. And literally, the house just floods with like 10 cops. And I'm woken up in shock, and I'm, what the hell is going on? They go downstairs to try to get Norden into his room, but Norden locked his room, and he had 2 doors in the basement, I think.
Yeah.
And he one of them had a TV behind it, so you can't get in. And I'm banging on the door. They want to see Norden, and he wouldn't wake up. The kid was just passed out. They start pushing his TV down. All you hear is whoa, 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 whoa. By him just screaming, saying stop, and he just comes out.
It's scary shit, but talking about it later, it's kind of funny sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've had some bad moments. Like one time, my mom's house got swatted after I moved out, so they had my old address.
That's what they were doing with us.
Yeah, man, and she got swatted. And it was 4 a.m. Something crazy.
Man.
People don't mercy.
My mom was asleep, and she's this super sweet traditional Brazilian woman, just very and she's very a light sleeper, really light sleeper, and they just wake her up, and she almost had a heart attack, literally almost had a heart attack.
Definitely.
People don't
ARs
swatting isn't cool, so don't do it.
Swatting is not
definitely
cool.
not
Don't
cool.
ever do that.
That's some
Do
bad
not.
shit.
Cool.
You're gonna go to jail.
Yeah.
Basically all the people that did swat me, they're probably in prison at the moment. So.
Yeah.
All right, this one's from @Tanner, and you can say anything. If you could create your own game or remaster any game in the universe, what would it be and why?
I feel like I'll take it. I think I would, if I could just remaster a game, I'd probably say MW2, because that was the most fun I had when I would play it.
MW2.
Yeah.
MW2.
Modern Warfare
Or
2.
backwards compatible or some shit.
Yeah, if they seriously don't even remaster it, just make Modern Warfare 2 backwards compatible, and I'll be the happiest human on earth because I could just spend hours on
I don't know
Rust.
how much I would actually play it, but just knowing that I have access to something that just is so nostalgic.
Yeah.
I would honestly probably play it a lot if it was backwards compatible.
Bro, competitive sniping all day.
all day.
Yeah. I don't care.
Start a whole new league of
There's a lot of
competitive
old
sniping
games
for
that
it.
are really, they do well
You could do that.
competitively.
Yeah.
And they're really old, and you think people are really tired of it, but then they get some small jolt of an update or something like that, and everybody's back on it.
Yeah.
And that's what would happen.
That, or I guess, I mean, you can already with Black Ops 2, but there's so many hackers and so much, there's so much wrong with it, and there's so many glitches and everything that just messes it up. So, I mean, Black Ops 2 is kind of because everyone cheats on it. So you either get hit offline or you get into a hack lobby.
I think we all agree on MW2.
Yeah.
Definitely
I would
something
say
to
MW2.
remaster,
I
Yeah.
really like it.
It's such a fun game.
All right, we're about to see a great video with attach and sensor with some awesome gameplay from the beta version. So let's check it out.
Oh, the pressure's on me now.
Oh, you guys.
Oh,
yeah, now you're gonna be
It was
real
just
awkward.
it was just like a public match gameplay that Doug and I were grinding. You guys have the face cam on and everything. I look like a bum during these times. I was just
Grind time.
grinding. I was just grinding. I didn't care
That's
about
what it's
I was
all
like.
about,
grind,
though. That's
bro.
what I'm talking
Yeah,
about. Wearing
exactly.
underwear for 4 days straight.
Yeah.
Just getting destroyed by the best in the game.
Doug Sensor Martin and FaZe attached.
Bro, that
Dynamic.
looks
Mainly
so cool.
FaZe
That
attached.
kill
Oh.
streak looks so sick.
Yeah.
Oh, the kill streaks in this game are actually awesome.
Yeah.
Like the
They're really
way,
cool.
like you're so in with the kill streak. Like you're
Yeah.
like doing the kill streak.
Everything is super interactive.
Yeah.
And nothing seems disgustingly strong. I think my only complaint is that it's too difficult to get a lot of the streaks.
Oh, okay.
At least from a normal player standpoint,
Right.
trash in comparison to somebody like you that can't, it's kind of difficult, because you work your ass off to get 4 or 5 kills in a row for a fucking UAV.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
dude,
Is it 4 or 5? It's 4, right?
It's probably 4.
Yeah, I think it's 4.
Yeah,
But
honestly,
when you just get ran over, it's like
if you could play
Yeah.
hardpoint and then just keep bumping the hill over and over, just keep bumping the hill and
True.
getting streaks.
true.
That's probably the best way. That's with at least with a regular gun, it's easier because you have a regular gun. If you get a sniper in the hill, it might be a little too up close and at times.
Oh, I don't even play the objective. It's okay.
Yeah.
I just sit around and wait for people to walk
with
into it.
with the point streaks now, that's probably the best way I'd say. Just bump the objectives and stuff.
Objective
if you can.
and everything.
Yeah.
That's what
point
they wanted.
streaks. It's not kill streaks.
Yeah,
It's points,
points.
All right, this is from @Division9, and it's really simple: Infinite Warfare or Ghosts?
Ghosts.
Ghosts. I'm gonna go with Ghosts.
Overall, I have to say Ghost, just from like a competitive standpoint for sure. I feel like, I mean, you guys probably watch Ghost a lot competitively too.
Yep.
I know there's a bunch of events you went to for that.
Yeah.
I feel like Ghost was just a lot more entertaining. For competitive, like playing wise, it wasn't that good because it was a lot of fluky game modes like Blitz and stuff, and Domination was really campy.
Was that when Blitz first came out?
Yeah, that was the only game Blitz has ever been. Hopefully, it will only ever be in that game because it was terrible for competitive. Like,
I loved using that. What gun was it in Ghost? What was the assault rifle? The MTAR?
Oh no, that was a sub. The Emperor was a sub, and then the Remington was the AR. The Remington was the AR. It's kind of like the ACR a little bit more recoil, but it was really good. But I feel like that game, Ghost, was built for like people to enjoy watching because playing it was super stressful.
It was fun to watch, honestly.
Yeah.
There was
And
a lot of,
I played GBs on that game all the time.
SND was really good. Search and Destroy in that game was really fun.
Yeah.
That's probably I think that might be my favorite game to play Search and Destroy in, to be honest. I loved it.
I like MW2 Search and Destroy.
Yeah.
If I had to play Search and Destroy, it would be MW2.
Yeah.
Like 100%. I don't like Search and Destroy.
Kill cams.
So this is something for the fans. A lot of you guys have asked how we choose which of our fans gets to Skype into the show.
I mean, it's really not that hard, guys. All you need to do is just tweet a question using the hashtag FaZeCast and just tweet at FaZeClan, and then Seabass will go through and just find all the best questions and contact you guys directly, and then you guys will come on the show and talk to us. It's really not that hard.
Hashtag FaZeCast.
Hashtag
Hashtag
FaZeCast. All day.
Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode of FaZeCast. This is number 5? Entering
number 5.
Entering
Number 5?
Call of Duty. Yo, we got Call of Duty coming out tomorrow.
Ooh.
Oh man, we got our new pro team lineup. We got our new pro team lineup on deck. We're ready to go into this new game. And Jev, we finally had you travel for once, dude.
Yeah, that's not doesn't happen often.
Yeah, that's right. Yo, but seriously, great to have you on the show.
I appreciate it. It's fun. It was really cool.
Good talk about like dildos and stuff.
62-pound dildos.
It's the most solid thing I've ever felt in my life.
And then thank you, Dylan, for coming out here and sharing your
Thanks
wisdom.
for having me.
Always.
Excited for Call of Duty, so I can't thank you. Thank you very much. But excited for the new game. Probably won't leave my house at all until the first event. So I mean, I won't be seeing you guys much, but hopefully seeing you at a few events.
Yeah. We'll be out there.
Hell yeah, let's get it.
And as always, thank you to my favorite large human being.
Of course, the largest of the large. I'll be here.
Hope you guys enjoyed this. We'll see you guys next week for next week's episode. And we're out.
Peace.
Peace.
Let's get it, baby.